in Broseph. Broseff's pick with Shao Kahn has been incredible. Now, obviously, we didn't see the the scene that we wanted to see as all the low-tier Shao Kahn mains are out there trying to give Broseph their power. We didn't really quite see that when he went up in the winner's bracket.
He's going to need it here. He's going up against Jacqueline Bay Briggs here, ladies and gentlemen. Her first time on screen here in this top 8. It's going to be GBR. Let's see what he can do here. Shao Kahn does have some really big, annoying things that could be helpful in this matchup, Has a good air grab, has really big buttons that hit everywhere in the sky, back there in the neutral. But where he's going to struggle is right here when Jackie is on top of him, because he's going to have a hard time pressing a button back without getting risky in a sense right there. Because when you're slightly negative against Jackie, how do you take that turn with Shao Kahn? How do you get some offense established? And right now, it's off of some quick mix-ups because he brings the low special that turns 1-4 into a mix, that turns forward 2 into a mix, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, it's going to be still, again, definitely going to have the tough time of challenging. As we saw there, he took a big risk going for that high string. If Jackie went for some kind of micro duck there, that could have been a disastrous ending here for Broseph. Right now, off to a pretty good start here in this round, this first game. Downward shot does hit, does get the conversion, but doesn't continue. Maybe thought a breakaway was coming or something. Hopping down here and getting a little tricky with that low. Throwing down the goop that does do damage over time. So if you're on top of that, your life is depleting so quickly, a lot faster than you realize it, especially when you're down, to below 5%. Love the flawless block up to the range on Shao Kahn's up 2 and up 3s are incredible.
Both of them. There's another quick mix. There's another pin advantage, but he doesn't commit. Just does the stand 1. And really, why he lost there is because that stand 1 hit. He expected it to go block. He wanted to be +4 because it's absurdly plus on block. And he is just getting some opportunities. Some stuff's hitting, but he's not expecting it to hit Arma. And that's what's been the downside.
Yeah, kind of like he's not getting, when you want the hit the block advantage, you're not really ready for the hit advantage, or you're not ready to convert to something down 2, and that's so specific here. Oh my God, she's dead. Oh my God, she is dead. So much damage because of one throw. She went for one throw and she lost almost pretty much half her health. She's a 950 character, and that's what's so scary about throws. In combination with those down 2 crushing blows, those throws whiff, it's going to be a lot of damage. And Shao Kahn's down 2 isn't a stubby one that's going to reach. Oh, didn't have the bar to amplify it for even more damage, but that's okay. Throwing down the goop, hitting him out the sky with that dash punch. Look at the spacing here, so good here, coming out of GBR.
Yeah, that 4-3 whip punishing the down 1 of all things and not breaking away. So he's getting every bit of this massive damage here. And what a beautiful back 2. Are you kidding me? From Broseph right there. He let it rip. But this time, committed Arma. And now it's mixed city population. GBR, what are you going to do here? 50-50? And you're going to get your toes checked. Oh my goodness. And that is what we call playing Shao Kahn, ladies and gentlemen.
And again, you got to really give it up to somebody who can, not only take a lower tier scene character like this to the limit, but also being able to, utilize different customizable abilities depending on the matchup, depending on, who they're going up against. Sometimes you're going to need a little bit more mix to get through like a defensive wall, and you can kind of play around with those strings that normally end in an overhead. He's canceling into the low to kind of just keep the opponent on their toes. So they're worried about overhead, they're worried about low. Maybe he can stop and go for a throw instead. So it's just so unique to see somebody come up with so much tech in a category where a lot of eyes aren't really looking here. Like if you're a top level player, you're looking at other characters. You're looking at better characters.
Yeah, everyone looks at Shao and goes, wait a minute, he has to take a risk, and then they throw him in the they just throw them in the trash right then and there. They don't look deeper. And someone like Broseph has been putting that time in. He's been finding a lot of meaty setups. He's been finding a lot of OSs that are going to come into play. And can we talk about that high risk, high reward back to shoulder there in the corner? I mean, it's just kind of what you need when you're down on health in a matchup like this.
It's high risk, high reward, without a doubt. Especially going, you're doing this to Jackie. She's taking a little bit more damage. She's got 5% less than most characters, so she's a glass cannon. Backing off. Oh, trying to get close enough so that the goop wouldn't really come into effect. But right now he's in a bad spot. You see how much damage he was losing? He was on there for like 1 second and lost so much health. Anti-air there with the back two. Good stuff there from Broseph, anticipating the leap from Jackie because, of course, it's upgraded Jackie Briggs. Flawless block up too, but he drops the follow-up. So unfortunate, leaving damage on the table. Could have been what he needed to seal the deal, but he's not letting him affect it right now. And love the sweep and the challenge afterwards. A lot of people aren't ready to challenge sweep at the end of that block stun. It's very, very weird timing.
50-50, the low coming in clutch, and whatever those overheads too as well, and that's guaranteed. Even though he didn't break away, I like that. It's really smart. It's one of those things that you got to practice. Those last second armor breaks right there would have come in clutch. Broseph on the offense now. There's the overhead coming into play, which is safe on block too. You know, a lot of Shao Kahns complain that they don't have offense. Just do a down 4 and jail into stand 1 and Mixer be safe. Like everyone else in this game, stop complaining.
Wow.
I said it here. I said it here. I said it here. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Papa Khan's playing MK11. I don't care who you are.
A harsh call out here from Mr. Aquaman, but that's okay. Jackie Briggs trying to show everybody why Shao Kahn's bad, trying to get through, you know, these little options here. Instant jump kick there, the short hop kick from Shao Kahn. Very unsafe stuff, but it is tough overhead to see coming very fast.
Oh, that health starting to dwindle here. Dashes up into the active back one at Jackie, and now this is a bad position as well for Broseph here, Arma. You don't want to be cornered by Jackie. One leap and a blast, and you're going for the ride of your life. He doesn't have breakaway. It's slowly coming back. He's getting aggressive too. I like that. Got the side switch, and now Neutral's reset immediately to the middle of the screen. Pressure's on. Got him with the stagger. He didn't believe on the second one. There's a short hop. Unblockable, fun blockable, overhead. Call it what you want. It's going to be hitting you, and those Shao Kahn feet cannot smell good, baby. They're always out active here in Outworld. I've never even seen someone convert off of that. Hold on a second. GBR coming to life. Gonna get that KB into the crushing blow. Is he gonna put some dot down? Nope. Instead wants to keep the offense going. Plus frames, and Broseph does not want to challenge this time.
Oh, he called it out. He called out the flawless block attempt. He was ready to just meet him with his shoulder charge. He bet it all on that, but unfortunately getting hit by the many mids of Jackie Briggs, and that's what she really brings to the table in terms of challenging. You know, Mr. Aquaman alluded to that before. With a character like Shao Kahn, you don't really have super fast mids. How do you challenge a character like Jackie Briggs, who's got the forward 3 or, you know, I believe the back 1 there to kind of just...
She has 17 different mids to pretty much bully you in that situation. I mean, that's unfortunately the way that it is. But you're right. It's just a difference in someone that actually has to, at some point, take a risk versus a character that doesn't necessarily have to almost at any time, which is Jackie. And that's why we see her so high on the tier list, right? Is because this character is just a safe monster. It requires flawless blocks. It requires great reads on staggers that are still pretty hard reads, you know, because every time she's -1, you know, -2, she pushes you back to Narnia and can whip punish you for even doing a down 1, you know, like it can be tricky to take your turn against Jackie even when you have a good character. So that's going to come into play right now. Broseph just not finding a lot of damage there towards the end. He got a lot of offense going, but it was the quick mix that led to 100 damage here, 100 damage there, and he needed the big stuff, as this is 1-1 now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the big stuff does come at a huge risk there. Oh, ducking. Of course, ducking and letting go of throws so that the highs or the throws, ducking and letting go of blocks and the throws whip over you. A great way to just kind of call out that read and just make sure the damage is done. He literally did have his health because of that. It looks like GBR didn't want to come off that breakaway, but does this time around. Looking for the second hit, left in a standing position, short hop, empty short hop there. And look at that, GBR on point, ready to throw tech, but unfortunately not able to, you know, get enough right decisions to get out of the corner, get out of a bad spot. Now, of course, we're probably going to see Jackie leaping out of there first chance you get. No, forward dashing, actually getting a little tricky here. Getting caught by the low, but does get pushed back because we're not really close to the corner. What, that converts after that?
He got lucky that didn't go. Yeah, he got lucky didn't go in the shoulder or something right there for some more damage. I've been looking at GBR's defensive bar this whole time. If you'd got clipped right there, it would have been lights out potentially for the entire round. He's got the breakaway back. That could be the saving grace, and now he's bullying. Oh, he tried to swing out right there. That was a little aggression, and no, he goes underneath her. No, it was the hammer lunge. It breaks the armor back down to earth. And look at the extra damage on top of that. Tried the short hop for the closeout, and it was a really good disrespect by GBR to stay alive here. But any kind of hit advantage could be his death. End up one down, one, and he went for a whip punish. That's exactly it. And we trying to break him. Oh.
I think because of that breakaway, he might be
1100.
dead. I don't know. It's very close.
I don't know either. Oh my
She did 58%. Now, because of that breakaway and the fact that that breakaway got its armor broken, because of the fatal blow, the whole thing rescaled. So it basically tacked on raw fatal blow damage at the end of that combo. That's why it did so much damage.
We are living in a world where simply taking the combo is your best chance at winning. Just take everything that's happening right now. But Broseph isn't phased whatsoever by this. Just tried that back two meaty setup, and it's so good because even if you delay your wake up, that back two has such little recovery, like we were talking about, and he's definitely got that hammer launch buffered in. He's dealing with the Jackie bullying herself right now. What's the mix-up going to be here on the knockdown? He's going aerial. No, keeps it on the ground. I think he's just trying to bait out some buttons. Right, Broseph hitting bait out there. Show you can. One more hit's all Broseph needs, and he's in short hop territory and on command. Plus frames, short hop. GG's. Broseph is up 2-1 in here, and he is overcoming what is perceivably the tier list impossible matchup of the bottom. If you're looking at the tier list like a Mortal Kombat ladder, it's the opposite of what the ladder would be in the game, because Shao Kahn's all the way down here. Jackie, oh wait, there's my hand. Jackie, all the way up here. This is competitive meta. If you look at the entire community and what they have had to say for the past 2 years straight, Shao Kahn shouldn't be doing what he's doing right now. And so all the credit to Broseph for being able to do it on a stage like this against a Jackie player like this that is no slouch, has gotten some of the biggest Latin American scalps in a tournament just to make this top 8. 3-0 a Brazilian champ to get into this top 8. No slouch at all.
No slouch. You know, when we're talking about the character or we're talking about the player, like it's still a tough thing. You know, you can even see out the gate that GBR familiar with the gaps in Shao Kahn's pressure, you know, flawless blocking when, you know, expecting, when ready. And that's kind of why we're seeing the mind games of that shoulder charge coming in, you know, pretty much every other time. Sweeping and then being able to challenge back. This time around, GBR probably going for some kind of shimmy, dashing up and then doing that very late mid.
Oh boy.
Look at the whiff punish, the spacing here. Maybe thought that a breakaway was coming, so decided to go for the taunt. If that Annihilation does connect, it'll do some disgusting damage.
Oh,
Let's see what happens. Flawless blocking that second downward shot. Did he get it there in time? No.
Oh, not like this. Maybe he should have just gone into like a back two into it early on. He got really greedy, I think, trying to attack on a little bit of damage right there. Or that's the only way to convert that combo, you know? So Shao Kahn's a little bit of a mystery for some of us, Arma. It's, again, pretty rare to see him on a competitive stage like this and at a level like this. And Jackie was about to die all over again, but no defensive bar. And Broseph had to start like this. And Broseph can take it, which he just did. Ladies and gentlemen, if Broseph lands one hit right here, he doesn't have to care about a breakaway, and you're about to see Jacqueline's health bar disappear. GBR cannot get hit right now.
Yeah, so let's see how GBR reacts to that, whether he wants to get aggressive or maybe just, no, he's definitely getting aggressive. He's getting aggressive and he got North held on him. Look at the damage. Literally, Mr. Aquaman calling it out for one hit. This is Shao Kahn, baby. This is what he does. You don't have that breakaway, you don't have an escape out of this.
All right, but if someone could do this, it is Jackie, the empty jump throw. We're getting some cheeky stuff here late from GBR. The nice check on Wake Up 2. Broseph being disrespectful, and he's going to pay the iron price for that, which is half of his 1100 health. Jackie puts himself to the corner. Expected a leap right there because you expect her to make that read out a little late on the entire. Broseph back on the offense, though. There's that short hop. Now any hit. He's got fatal blow. Could he take a big risk with 4-3-4? He gets eaten up by the back 1-2, and that should be the round for Jackie. Anything unblocked right there into the goo was about to be all she wrote. GBR stays alive, though.
Lives to see another day. Does start off this round pretty good. However, Broseph on the defense, blocking and tries to go for possibly a back throw. Could have been a little too predictable, and GBR saw it come and tech the correct way. You got to tech left or back or forward when it comes to these throws in this game. So you really have to understand what your opponent wants to do, when they want to do it. Smart move to call out that breakaway, throwing the goop on top to make sure the damage stacking on. The people's elbow coming out too early, whipping for days in front of Shao Kahn. This is dangerous
my
stuff.
God.
Gets the neutral jump.
Oh
He's
my
gonna make this hurt. He's gonna make this hurt.
Oh my God! She is gonna be close to dying. Oh boy! Could have come off another bar of meter to do even more damage. Oh, he's gonna come off of it for the 498. Let me sprinkle a little bit of bacon bits of extra damage on top of this damaged salad I'm hitting you with. Waits out the goop and the people's elbow opens him up in the last second. GBR trying to set us to game number 5. Shotgun fade away. Oh my God, this is all falling apart. Everything's crazy right now. We got the wild swings from both right now. GBR just trying to stay alive. Broseph, he's gonna kill himself on the dot damage. No off with her head this time. And I can't believe that Broseph went for a throw in a situation like that. It was the only thing that would have gotten him killed.
It was such a strange little like scramble there, like a spaghetti situation where like, you know, he thought he got the whiff punish, he whiffed the first hit of his whiff punishing string, and somehow the second hit her for no reason. Like she was able to block in that situation, and he 100% was looking for whiff punish string, cancel the fatal blow. And in his mind, he stopped that. Like in its tracks, he's like, oh no, my first hit whiffed. My follow-up is going to get blocked. Let me not fatal blow. And just for no reason at all, the follow-up didn't get blocked. If he let fatal blow rock, he would have got the win. He would have got the set, and he would have moved on in this bracket. But unfortunately, couldn't get control of the situation. And GBR doing what he does best, trying to upset any player in his path, whether they're Brazilian players, Puerto Rican players. Right now, he's got one of the best Puerto Rican players at his crosshairs, like right in his crosshairs, ready to stop him. So, Mr. Aquaman, another Game 5 situation. This region's just so familiar with each other, so familiar with how to adapt to each other, these matchups. Like even a strange matchup like this, down to crushing blow. Of course we're going to be doing damage. Of course we're going to be snatching you over there closer to the corner. Oh, we thought maybe somehow she was going to get disrespectful and swing there. Still connected.
My God.
Still connected, Mr. Aquaman. The jump back too, even though the follow-up whiffed, it's still connected because it is so advantageous.
I didn't realize this was Cabal apparently. My man's hitting from so far away, but it's plus enough to still combo. GBR is still alive though. I mean, with the Fatal Blow available, we've seen that. Oh my God, that converted from Narnia. He came in from outer space and hit that Godlike. Oh my God, but I can't believe GBR is still in this after a Godlike conversion like that. Broseph just needs one. He gets over underneath the Fatal Blow. He could have fallen to his doom with that neutral jump, and another match point for him here.
Yeah, if that fatal blow came out a little bit later, that could have been an easy anti-air there. Does get the down two, but already used the crushing blow. You can only use the crushing blow once for each one. Gets the jump back two. This is doing amazing work for him. She doesn't have the bar to break away. She doesn't have 2 bars of defensive meter just yet. She's just looking for something here. GBR getting tossed for his troubles, down to very, very little health. 22% left. What's Broseph gonna do? Goes for the overhead, but this time it gets blocked, and this is what he's risking every... Oh, no. Oh, no. The armor breaking through there. This is what he's risking every time he goes for the short hop. Like, yes, it's very fast. Yes, it is an overhead, but look at the punish. Look at the damage here, and on top of that, he has no defensive bar, but he's just trying to beat this out. He needs a down two, a throw, anything here. Oh no, downward shot, but she didn't have the bar to continue the jump back two, doing so much work here for Broseph. Jump back two, gets the conversion, and of course we're going to be ending it with a beautiful fatality here. I love the face of the character coming out of there, like still able to just kind of react. Yes, this is definitely what Jackie is feeling after that. Those jump twos after jump twos after jump twos. Now, he wasn't doing it, I wouldn't say he was doing it like crazy or like willy-nilly. Like he was thinking about that, you know? He was doing it in situations where she was like leaping at him. So smart stuff.
Take note, and a lot of characters that have a very far-reaching jump normally, if you have a far-reaching jump 1 or Shao Kahn a jump 2 like that, that is a very good thing to implement against Jackie. In general, in the neutral, about half screen, when you're half screen from each other, that jump back 1, you never know if it's going to catch her trying to leap in. And if you got something that can convert from 18 miles away, apparently, even better, because he did jump back 2 almost full screen, converted into almost 40% into the corner. Shao Kahn in 2021, ladies and gentlemen. Put some respect on Papa Khan's name here. Can we stop saying that he's absolute trash? Look at what he just did! Look at it!